Welcome students. Now we are going to see how you have to compare the given ratios. So for the comparison of ratios, you have got few properties on page 62. So just follow those properties and you can find out which ratio is bigger or which ratio is smaller. So now suppose if you have got the numbers as A, B, C, D. If you have got this as 4 numbers and you want to compare the ratio A upon B and C upon D. So this in a very simple way you can do the comparison. They are given 3 rules there. So follow the rules and you can do the comparison. That is, you have to multiply, cross multiply. Now the first rule states that if A into D is greater than B into C, that is product of these two is greater than product of these two expressions, then you have got the first fraction A upon B is greater than the second fraction C upon D. That is the first rule. The second rule states that suppose if you have got A into D, again you have to cross multiply. A into D is less than B into C, then you have got A upon B to be less than C upon D. So this is the second rule. Now the third rule states that if A into D is equal to B into C, then you have got the two ratios A upon B equal to C upon D. So if you just follow these 3 rules, you can compare the given ratios. So the first one is, for all this you are multiplying first A into D, you are writing it, then B into C. If A into D is greater than B into C, you have got A upon B is greater than C upon D. Second one, A into D, if it is less, then the first ratio will be less than the second ratio. And suppose if they are equal, then A upon B will be equal to C upon D. Now we will go to the exercise and see what is asked in the exercise. Practice set 4.2. Using the property A upon B is equal to AK upon BK, fill in the blanks substituting proper numbers in the following. So here what they have given is which property they are used here. In the previous class we have learned that if any ratio is multiplied or divided by a constant number, the value does not change. So that property you are using here in solving the problem. So we'll see how you have to work out the problem. So the first problem, practice set 4.2. First one, they have given 5 upon 7 is equal to, they have given a blank here, upon 28 is equal to 35 upon, again a dash here, is equal to, again a dash in the numerator, upon 3.5. So this is a problem given. So now here you have to fill up these blanks, you have to fill up. So to fill up the blanks here, now you see by what is this denominator multiplied to get 28. So when 7 is multiplied by 4, you are getting 28. So even the numerator also you have to multiply it by 4. So 5 into 4, you will get it as a 20. So both the numbers you have multiplied by 4, 5 4s are 20, 7 4s are 28. Now next coming to the, so you have to consider this as individual problems. So but they have given it, all the ratios are equal. So they have given at one stretch they have given. Now we will take 5 upon 7 and take the second ratio. Now what is multiplied to this 5 to get 35? When you multiply 7 to 5, you are getting 35. So even the denominator also has to be multiplied by 7. So 5 into 7 is 35, 7 into 7 is 49. So the number that you get here is 49. Now coming to the last one, 7, you have got 7 here and you have got 3.5. That means division operation is done here. So to get half of, you know that 3.5 is half of 7. That is you have divided this one by 2 to get the 3.5. So same way you have to divide this 5 by 2 to get the answer there. So the answer when you divide 5 by 2, you will get it as 2.5. So this is how you have to work out. You see that you are using the property of whenever the ratio is multiplied or divided by a number, the value remains the same. So consider this as the first problem. See what you multiply to this 7 to get 28. 7 into 4 is 28, so multiply this also by 4. So for the first problem you multiplied this by 4, 7 into 4 is 28. So even this you have to multiply by 4, so you got it as a 20. Now for the second problem, 7 upon 5, 5 upon 7 you got the fraction. To this, what did you multiply to get 35? So you had multiplied 7, 7 5s are 35. So multiply denominator also by 7, so you get 7 into 7 is equal to 49. Now coming to the last one, same ratio it is the same ratio. Now to get 3.5, you have divided this by 2. So you have to divide this also by 2, so you will get it as 2.5 upon 3.5. So this is how you work out the first problem. Find the following ratios. Certain statements are given and you need to find out what is the ratio of that statement. The first one, the ratio of radius to the circumference of the circle. Ratio of radius to the circumference of the circle. So radius of the circle, you are denoting it by r itself. So when radius is r, then circumference formula you have learnt in 8th standard. So circumference is equal to 2 pi r. This is the formula to find out the circumference of a circle. Now you have to write the ratio of these two. So ratio is r is to 2 pi r. So the given here ratio of radius to circumference. So ratio you have to write. Now what can be cancelled on both the sides? R can be cancelled. When you cancel r here, 1 remains. So 1 is to 2 pi will be your answer. Now second problem, the ratio of circumference of a circle with radius r to its area. So radius is the same they have told. Radius you have to take it as a r itself. In this you have to find out what is circumference. Circumference is given by same 2 pi r. Now what is the area of a circle formula? Area also you are learnt in 8th standard. So area of circle is given by pi r square. Now you have to write what is the ratio asked in the problem. So ratio what is asked? Circumference of the circle to its area. So ratio will be, what is circumference? 2 pi r. To the area means it is pi r square. Circumference, ratio of circumference to the area. Now here what can be cancelled? Pi and pi gets cancelled. 1 r gets cancelled. So what you are left with here? 2 here, and here 1 r remains. So 2 is to r will be the ratio. So here two ratios are given in each of this problem. You have to compare it. That is, just now what I have explained, the rules, follow the rules and you can do it. Now the first problem, third one, the first one, you have got root 5 upon 3 and this is 3 upon root 7. So first what you have to do is multiply these two. So when you multiply you will get root 5 into root 7, that is equal to 7 5s are 35. And this when you multiply 3 into 3 is equal to 9 you have got. So this is a surd and this is a whole number. So express this also in terms of surd. You can write this as a, that is whenever you want to write it under the root, square the number and take it under the root. Now you have to compare only these radicands you have to compare. As you have done in the previous chapter, you have to compare the radicands. Now you know that 35 is less than 81. So what you can do when the product of the first one, that is less than the second root 81, then according to the first property, the second property, they are given AD is less than BC, then you have got the first ratio to be less than the second ratio. So therefore you can write root 5 upon 3 is less than 3 upon root 7. And the second problem, 3 root 5 upon 5 root 7, 63, and this is So first what you have to do, you have to multiply these two, then you have to multiply these two. So when multiplying you get 3 root 5 into root 125, which can be written as 3 root 5. This you can split and write it as 25 into 5, and 25 into 5 is 5 root 5. So now multiplying this, 5 3s are 15, root 5 and root 5 is 5. So 15 into 5 you will get it as 75. So what I have done here, 3 into 5 is 15. This root 5 into root 5 is 5. So 15 5s are 75. Now next I multiply the other one. So that is 5 root 7 into root 63. So this can be written as 5 root 7. Again this you can split and write it as 9 into 7. Now this 5 root 7 and this is written as 3 root 7. So again multiplying 5 into 3 is 15. 15, this you multiplied 5 into 3, I have got 15. And this 7, root 7 into root 7 is 7. So multiplying this you get it as 105. Now you have to compare this value and this value. So the comparing it, you have got 75 is less than 105. Therefore what you have to write? The first ratio 3 upon 5 root 5 upon root 7 is less than the second ratio, that is root 63 upon root 125. So this is how you have to make the comparison. So every time multiply these two, get the value, multiply the other ratio, get the value, compare these two values. 75 is less than 105. Then if 75 is less than 105, the first ratio will be less than the second ratio. If you got ordinary numbers, the fifth problem, you got 9.2 upon 5.1. The other one is 3.4 upon 7.1. So here what you have to do, just multiply, cross multiply the terms and write its value. So when you multiply it, you get it as 9.2, the first one you are multiplying 9.2 into 7.1. So when you will multiply these two, you are getting the answer as 65.32 you get. Do the ordinary multiplication and place the point. Now when you multiply these two, that is 5.1 into 3.4, you get it as 17.34. So again you have to do the ordinary multiplication and place the point. Now here what you have got, 65.32 is greater than 17.32. So therefore what you have to write, the first ratio 9.2 upon 5.1 is greater than 3.4 upon 7.1. So this is how you have, all the problems it is the same rule that you are following. First multiply these two, then multiply the other two ratios, then check which is bigger and which is smaller, put the sign accordingly, write the first ratio is greater or lesser, whatever you are getting, greater or lesser than the second ratio. Now you have got fourth problem, like statement problems it is. ABCD is a parallelogram. The ratio of A and B of this parallelogram is 5:1. So to find the measure of angle B. So here in this problem what is given, figure is a parallelogram and the ratio of angle A and B. So we will just draw a figure to understand it clearly. So this is fourth question, first one. So you have got A, B, C, D, it is a parallelogram. And what they are given, ratio of angle A to angle B is 5:4. And you have to find out what is the measure. So whenever the ratio is given, you have to take the common multiple as a x. That is the first step you have to take. So let the common multiple be x. So therefore, what will be the measure of angle A? measure of angle A is equal to 5x and measure of angle B will be equal to 4x, because the ratio of A and B is given as 5 is to measure of angle A to measure of angle B is given as 5 is to 4. So measure of, you have to consider the common multiple as x and take the measure of angle A as 5x, and you have to take the measure of angle B as 4x. Now you have learnt the property in the 8th standard, that is the sum of the two angles, interior adjacent angles of in a parallelogram, you have got it is equal to 180 degrees. So what you have to write is, by the property of parallelogram, the property of parallelogram, we have angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. But what is A you have taken? It is 5x plus 4x is equal to 180. So you get 5 plus 4 is 9x is equal to 180, or x is equal to 180 upon 9, which is equal to 20. So what you have got, x value, x is equal to 20 you have got. Now what you have to do is, this 20 you have to substitute here and find out what is measure of angle A. So therefore angle A is equal to 5 into 20, which is equal to 100 degrees, and measure of angle B is equal to 4 into 20, which is equal to 80 degrees. So measure of A is 100 degrees and measure of B is equal to 80 degrees. We got one more last problem, and the remaining problems which are there on the next page, those are omitted problems. Only you have got fourth problem, first and second. So we'll see how to do the second one. So what is given? The ratio of the present ages of Albert and Salim is 5 is to 9. So again here to start with, you have to start with, let the common multiple be x. Then what is the present age of Albert and Salim? They are given in the ratio of 5 is to 9. So therefore present age of Albert is equal to 5x and present age of Salim is equal to 9x. Further what they have told, 5 years hence. 5 years hence means after 5 years. The ratio of their ages will be 3 is to 5. So first we will see what is their age after 5 years. 5 years hence, Albert's age will be 5x plus 5 and Salim's age will be 9x plus 5. These are their present ages. So after 5 years it will be 5x plus 5 and 9x plus 5. Now from condition, the condition given in the problem is, after 5 years hence, ratio of their ages will be 3 is to 5. So these are the ages of Albert and Salim. So you get 5x plus 5 upon 9x plus 5. Their ages are in the ratio of 3 is to 5, means you have to write it as 3 upon 5. Now cross multiply. 25x plus 25 is equal to 27x plus 15. That is, both the terms are multiplied by 5 and both the terms are multiplied by 3. Now get the terms to one side. 25x minus 27x is equal to 15 minus 25. So you will get this as minus 2x is equal to, 1 is plus and 1 is minus, you have to subtract it and put the sign of the bigger number. So what you get? Minus 10. Cancel both the sides. So you get x is equal to 10 upon 2, which is equal to 5. Now what you have to do, what the question is asked, question is find their present ages. So these are their present ages. So you have to substitute here and find out what is Albert's age and Salim's age. Therefore, present age of Albert is equal to 5 into 5, that is equal to 25 years, and Salim is equal to 9 into 5, 45 years. So this is how you have to work it out.